you also want to draw a smooth skin on textured paper? If so, you are at the right place. In this video, I will show you how I have drawn this hand in hand, the beautiful drawing on the textured paper. Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to Prax Art Gallery. I am Prax and I do graphite, charcoal and color pencil drawing. Now without any further delay, let's start the video. So for this particular design, I am going to use these set of pencils like 4H, HB, 2B, 3B and 5B. You can use 4B and 6B as well. Apart from that, I'll be using this Tombow Mono Zero eraser and a blending stump. Other than that, I'm going to use a couple of charcoal pencils like this one and the Camlin charcoal pencil, general soft charcoal pencil and the white charcoal pencil. Other than that, I'll be using a couple of brushes which I generally use for blending purpose. And the last one is something kneaded eraser. So now first of all, let's start with the outline. Outline for any of the drawing is very important. So I would really recommend everyone, whoever wants to actually be a good artist, focus on outline. Generally, people do not focus on outline and that's actually the game changer. So focus on the outline, freehand and try to draw that. Here I am drawing this hand by observing a reference photo. Let's quickly do that. As our outline has been completed, let's move towards the shading. For shading, I am first of all using this general charcoal pencil where I'll be, highlighting all the darker areas which will give me an idea of where all the depth is. Now to start with this skin shading, I am first of all using this 4H pencil with a very light pressure. So the key for getting realistic skin shade is to use, layering. And here I am trying the same thing. I am using first the lighter shade pencil and then gradually I'll be using the darker shade pencils. Like I'm starting from 4H and then 2B, HB, then 2B and so on. And one important thing is here, if you really want a smooth skin shading, then you should use tissue paper for blending. That gives you very smooth shading with respect to any other blending tool. Like if you are using blending stump, if you are using brushes and all, those might not give good. But if you are using texture paper and if you use tissue paper, it will give you very smooth skin shading. One of the best use of blending stump which I have found is using it into smaller areas and for shading and nearby the corner areas for the shading, right? Like here I'm using this to define the edges of the hand without creating any harsh line. And here I'm using very light pressure to shade it, so this gives me a gradient look as well. I hope you are enjoying the video. If so, give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel. It will give me a lot of motivation. And now I'll be moving towards the shading the male hand over here. And as per my reference photo, the male hand is little darker compared to the female hand. So that's why for the base layer I'll be using 2B pencil first, whereas in case of female one I have used 4H pencil first. So that's how you can define how realistic you can give a shading for any of the drawing, especially for the skin shading. Depending on the tone, the texture, you can actually use the type of the pencils and the grades of the pencils. also another very important tool is this kneaded eraser, which I love most, where any sort of highlights which you want to create, you can easily do that. And one thing what I have learned in my last 1 year, that while using the kneaded eraser, you should not apply a lot of pressure, because if we apply a lot of pressure while using the kneaded eraser, it will give you patches like highlights, right? But if you just use a corner of it and just dab a bit with a very light one, like just it is touching and then coming up, then it will pick up the graphite or charcoal from that area, and it will give you a subtle highlight. So that's another key thing what you can try out, and see how your drawing actually looks very different. Another important thing which I have learned for highlights is that apart from kneaded eraser, we can also use white charcoal pencil. Like here in this case I am using, so this area is very bright because the light is directly coming, so I have used this white charcoal pencil to just give a little bit highlight. And these are quite good, especially for the charcoal drawings, because there it gets little difficult to actually get the highlights. Now we'll proceed with the background, and the background is something which is very important for any drawing. Like the outline, similar way, background is very important. If once, like you can see this drawing almost complete over here, but without background it doesn't look that good. Once I add the background, you will see how different it will look. So let's quickly do that. As you can see, the drawing has been completed, and it looks very good with the background. Now you can figure out the difference between with and without background, and you know what is the difference, right? So that's why the background plays a very important role. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if so, give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel in case if you want to see more such videos. I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.